Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at Tablemon. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to be taking a look at the new Turbo Lost Box deck that we can expect in the PALDEA Evolved metagame. New is a big stretch, maybe, of the word, purely because it's basically the same deck in terms of attackers. We now have Snorlax added in here because not needing to play 2 Energy Cycler and 2 Clara really helps out in opening up some spaces in the deck. Now we only have 1 Clara, the Energy Cyclers became super odd, so now we have Pokemon Recovery, so there's less pressure on our Clara, and I can play cards like Raihan, cards like Roxanne, and we also have Jet Energy, right? Jet Energy helps us in opening up, retreating, and attaching at the same time. So at any point you attach to a bench Comfey, promote it, use your flower selecting, then retreat into your attacker into another Comfey. You're getting so much value. It's like having 2 cards in one. Yeah, so Jet Energy, really powerful card, really awesome to have. That's why we're not playing Beach Card anymore. We have the 1 copy of Artisan to help us out in making sure that we can have a little bit more consistency at the beginning, searching for the Cramorant, the Comfey to get our attack off. Now, the one big thing that I am realizing as I mention this is against Mew, of course, we have Drapion, but we also only have 1 counter to Path to Peak, right? Now, the new versions of Mew, the fusion version rather, is not playing a heavy count of Path to a Peak, which is really good for us because there's less things we need to counter. But still, 1 path could still be problematic, right? If we play our Artisan before they play their path, that could spell trouble for us. So just something to keep in mind. But we do have the skills, the Sky Seal Stone, to make that matchup a little easier. And besides that, it's just standard Lost Box. We have our Comfeys, our Cramorant, our Sableye, along with Colress Experiment. We have the Greninja threat on the bench as well. Rashgate to power up, a bunch of energies, Boss's Orders to chase down things, Heavy Ball to unlock the prizes, Pokegear and Palpa to help a little bit with the consistency. And Palpa is an especially good card right now because it helps you against Iono, right? You have a lowish card deck, you all of a sudden play Palpat, put back 2 Colresses, and I have a really good chance of, okay, if you Iono me, I have a chance of finding those Colress that I just put back. If you don't Iono me, well then I get to keep my hand, right? So it's a win-win having the Palpat for the late game can be useful, and you never know when putting that 1 boss back, 1 Roxanne back could be useful for back-to-back Roxanne disruption or something. Let's jump into some games. If you want to support the channel, you can use code Tablemon to get 5% off at Potent Store for your online codes, 10% off for your sealed product at Flipside Gaming, and 10% off on your aluminum accessories at TC Evolutions. Or if you're looking to buy singles or sleeves, you can fill up your cart and close the tab, then click on the affiliate link in the description and check out. That way you can support the channel over at TCG Player, Card Market, and Dragon Shield. This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. ¿Eres de México y necesitas cartas de Pokémon? Busca Hyperbeam Cards en Facebook e Instagram. Y si estás en Tijuana, búscalos en el local C27 en el Centro Comercial Otay. Alright, here we go. Weirdish start, not horrible. The new Jet Energy definitely helps us out a little bit, which is cool. Going first in the potential probable Mirror Lost Box could end up hurting us a little bit, but it is what it is. Not much I can do about it. Thinking of going Greninja Comfey instead of double Comfey, just to see and keep a couple of resources over sending 1 more to the Lost Zone. That's an unfortunate amount of energies right there. Jet Energy with a beautiful animation right there. We're gonna go ahead and flower selecting for Memrashgate. And now, question is, do I retreat? Do I respect my opponent's ability to get a Cramorant? I think I do, honestly. I think I do. So, yeah, I mean, I looked at the next 5 cards, or 4 cards, sorry. Thinking of my top deck. Then we're gonna get another top deck, and then we're gonna get another concealed cards and another flower selecting. So, not bad. That's Clara gone for my opponent. Pokestop could be useful for us in a sense. Mimikyu, interesting. Mimikyu protects from EXs, right? And V. Oh wow, for some reason I thought it was only EXs. So technically better than Miltank. And my opponent decides to concede. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, so Dragonite start this time around. Judge, Research, Beach Court, Lightning, Energy on the first mulligan, and the second one does confirm Miraidon indeed, which is alright. We get Manaphy, which could be important if we do see a Magnezone hit the field. My opponent did win the coin flip, so they are going first. Manaphy does offer that level of protection, which is pretty awesome. And once again, trying to be very careful with the sound and everything of the video. So please, 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 if you think, if you hear anything wrong with the audio, please let me know. I've tried really hard to continue working on the audio. Any constructive feedback is also, of course, appreciated. All right, so my opponent, pretty solid start for sure. Starting that Dragonite could come back to bite me. No Magnezone threat, so no need to worry about our Manaphy right there, which is good news for us. Really, really good news. We do see a lightning attached to the active, which is very peculiar. All right, fantastic top deck. All right, so this is a decision that keeps coming up for many people, and as I do coaching and whatnot, usually your first instinct is to go Battle VIP Pass, grab like double Comfey, and then go Colress, right? But in this instance, I think I'm gonna go Colress first, because right now all the important basic Pokemon are in my deck, right? So if I find some of them with Colress, I can search for even more through Battle VIP Pass. But if I use Battle VIP Pass first, then the chances of me finding useful basic Pokemon in the Colress are way less. Now, I found this, which is pretty fantastic. Sableye is definitely less useful overall in this matchup, but I still don't know if the other one is priced or not. And then my alternative is the Nest Ball, which would just search for a basic Pokemon anyways, right? So I'm gonna keep these. With the double battle VIP pass, I'm pretty covered on the whole searching for Pokemon thing, and my other Sableye was in fact not priced. The one hindrance of doing things the way I did is that you don't get to price check before the Colress, which can sometimes affect your decision a little bit. I do believe I priced I priced one water. Oh, and that's it. One water. One water. Wow, what did I price? One water, 2 escape ropes, 1 switch card. Alright, looking good. Okay, now I do not want to see these Pokemon, and I just want more resources in my hand, which is why I'm doing this. Gonna go ahead and conceal cards away. This water is fine. This new version of Lost Box playing Raihan is actually pretty cool. Jet Energy is not bad. I actually do want to hit this Miraidon so I can just get another hit in with Cramorant in case this is the one that attacks me. So let's go ahead and Jet Energy right here. We want to use Dragonite against a clean Miraidon, of course. We'll Flower Select first. Raikou could come in useful to take down something else for a big hit, and then we'll go ahead and retreat into the Comfey, and we will finish the turn with Switch Card into Switch Card into Cramorant. I'm not happy about losing that Super Rod. However, I do have Clara and another Super Rod, so hopefully it's fine. Not the biggest fan of that happening, but it is what it is. Don't expect a lot of hand changing or hand attack from my opponent, so this seems alright. And yeah, off to a pretty decent start. No second Colress in my hand. If I do get Ionode, perhaps That would give me a very high chance of hitting the I can't speak today, of hitting the Colress, right? Which I wouldn't complain. We do the electric generator onto the Raikou, which is understandable. See the retreat into that very same Raikou, so not a lot of energy in play for my opponent. We see the fleet-footed. No supporter yet either, which is really awful. And yeah, just a lightning rondo. And that's why this version of the deck is, I don't know, it's just not my favorite. I feel like even though you thin and stuff, it feels awkward a lot of the time. Okay, so sorta regretting not having an easy nest ball search for my second Cramorant, but we are seeing a lot of cards, so I could just find it. I also have the Pokegear to find Colress, which is pretty good. Or I could just find the Colress right now. I guess I'll give up on one Mirage Gate. It's fine. And we'll just go ahead and Colress. Nice, nice, and nice. Now for Go the Jet Energy, I have enough switching outs. And I am at 7. So I was thinking about Cramorant, but Cramorant doesn't make much sense here. Alright, I'm gonna bench under a Comfey to fake out the Flower Select, and I'm just gonna play the Escape Rope. Well, I guess I had another Comfey anyways. But my opponent does promote the Raikou. I'm just gonna go ahead and take down that with my Dragonite right here. I am running low on energies, and I did price my other Super Out, so that could definitely be a problem right here. However, my next turn could just be KO that Raikou with my Raikou, which I'm actually just gonna bench that because I have the right hand KO, and we're gonna take the price. So I benched the Raikou because my opponent, for some reason, choose to KO Raikou instead of Dragonite. Then I have the KO with Dragonite again, right? And if they choose to KO the Dragonite, then they get Ionoed or Judged, I no longer have to search for the Raikou, right? So that's a sort of like, it's not a trick, yeah, it's just anticipating my opponent's next moves. They only took one prize card, I just took 2. They only have 2 prizes, and that Miraidon EX on the bench is completely marked. So we are in a pretty good spot right here. So all of the times I've thought that I wasn't running into a lot of bugs during my games, but I've just now realized that maybe a lot of the concessions that my opponents have done throughout different games have been due to bugs. I hadn't considered that possibility. Alright, so by not KOing the active Raikou, I also gave my opponent the possibility to just keep the Raikou as a Raikou. They do need to evolve into a Regieleki VMAX, and it's very odd that they are not using Tandem Unit before playing the electric generators. Either way, they do need a Regieleki VMAX, otherwise my Dragonite is just surviving. Or they can play the one-off, they can play the Zapdos to get that little bit of extra damage to really get them over the edge. Alright, all good. So I am at how many cards? 7. So I do want to get as many Flower Selects off as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and conceal cards the water. Now the Psychics are actually super important. We're gonna go Flower Select for a Clara, right? Yeah, Clara seems good. Just get back resources into my hand. And then that is 8 cards in the Lost Zone. Maybe the Escape Rope would have been better, but I have no guarantee at what my opponent's going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and Raihan the Lightning to the Raikou. I am hitting for exactly 200 damage. So I'm going to go ahead and switch card. I still have my Colresses available. And I'm just gonna go ahead and switch card into the Raikou. We'll also go ahead and fleet-footed. And there's a Mirage Gate. I do not believe there's any energy left in my deck, right? No energy indeed. I'll go ahead and bench the Sableye, better than benching it from hand. That way I won't draw a Sableye. And I'm going to attach the Lightning right here. And yeah, I mean, all these are good cards to potentially find off of our Roxanne, Judge, or even an Iono. And now my opponent is not completely sentenced, but it is in a way. We just need to get to 10 in the loss zone. And Sableye wins us the game right here. Alright. So what can they do? Yeah, and they have to knock out the Sableye, right? I mean the Raikou as well, because Raikou also wins me the game. So we'll see. All right. There's the energy. No hand attack. I mean, has my opponent even played a supporter? Arvin, I guess. Arvin is just such a bad supporter too. So this should be game, right? We see Penny. Oh, okay. All right, well, Penny can potentially be annoying, except now I have Clara, right? So that Clara that I kept now just wins me the game with... Oh, actually, Raikou does not win me the game. Okay, so how do I win? Oh, I win with Dragonite. Well, I need a switching card and a Dragonite, I guess. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that Penny actually might have saved my opponent. Because my switch card's right there. 1, 2 switch cards. Is there one in the loss zone? No. Okay, so I do have a switch card left. All right. I need to Clara 100% though. Do I have a switch card left? I do. Okay, I do have a switch card left. So I need switch card off of the next 2 cards. That is not switch card. Gosh, my opponent had Penny. I can't believe it. I actually cannot believe it. It's just I can't. I'm missing 1 Mirage Gate. Wait, can I do it? No, Raikou doesn't get a KO. Wow, my opponent actually did this. Okay, so then it's Sableye, Roxanne, but I don't even have the cards for Sableye. Wow, this is insane, actually. This is insane. Once again, a game I thought, oh, I had this as an out. Whoops. Oh, well, no, I didn't, because I didn't have the bench space. Ah, the Mirage Gate as well could have been an out. Okay, so I definitely still can. It's just gonna be really, really difficult. So I'm gonna go ahead and Super Rod back. Raikou, Lightning, Lightning. Okay. And then I do have the combination of double Mirage Gate plus Raikou off of... Wait, is that... Oh, I don't... Raikou doesn't win you the game, Pablo. Why do you insist on the Raikou? Jeez. What did I just do? Raikou doesn't win you the game. Why was I thinking of Raikou so much? Okay. So I basically need my opponent to not KO me this turn. Right? That's it. So might as well bench this Snore. Power it up. I just messed up again. Oh my gosh. I am really messing up right now. All right, we'll just Roxanne. I really messed that up. And there's a switch card. Okay. So that doesn't help me though. I think I really messed up. I need to attack this turn. That's all I needed to do. I needed to attack the Miraidon, and that was it. That was really silly on my part. That was really badly executed. Really, really badly. Ooh, actually, that gets me to 10, and I did put another energy into the deck, so... Jeez, this is really badly done on my part. But it is what it is, you know? Really poor execution right here. 100% really poor execution. All right, so we're just gonna target down the Miraidon. This is all because of my opponent's Penny, which is a fair card to have, right? It's just real unfortunate that they had it out of so many cards. That's the one they had, right? Because I cannot imagine they play more than one. And then them having a switch card here, a switching card rather, not completely out of the question. We'll see. They're not doing it immediately, so either they're trolling or they actually don't have the win. But now benching that Snorlax is gonna cost me the game. If they have boss, they're gonna go boss the Snorlax, and then I'm gonna lose because my last two prizes are escape rope and switch. But they just took a whole minute to decide to play Arven for a switch. Jeez, you're not getting full points here. All right, on to the next one. If you have enjoyed the video so far and found the information useful, please consider becoming a Tablemon channel member through the join button down below. For as low as $1.99 a month, you can help support the creation of these videos. All right, well, I mean, my opponent got the Arven in the previous game, so it didn't matter. The combination of cards that I had in my prizes and that I didn't find off the Comfy and whatnot doomed me, right? Which is what it is. Unfortunate, but part of it. Like a lot had to go wrong right there, right? Between the penny play, my prizes, the whiff on the switch card, the drawing a lot of things except the switch card. But it's part of it. Part of the game. Frustrating, for sure, frustrating. Because for all intents and purposes, that game was probably mine. But it is what it is. Okay, so let's keep a boss, as we do play a lot of energies. You never know when you're gonna need the boss. And let's just keep using Flower Select to get closer to whatever we might need. By doing triple Flower Select plus Color's Experiment next turn, there's a genuine chance we could just use Dragonite KO, which is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and Mirage Gate, though we already lost zone 2 energy, so we do need to be very, very careful. Dialga with Tamazenta. I have no idea. Alright, well, it is Magnezone, I guess. Cool. Iono, okay, so goodbye my Colress. Hello, Cramorant and Battle VIP Pass. To see a Nest Ball for a second Magnemite, so best case scenario here would be establishing Radiant Greninja and attacking with it. Realistically, that's not looking super good. Attachment to the active, though. By Arven, Energy, and Drapion. 30 more damage for each prize card if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so let's figure out our prize cards. Let's grab the Raikou just in case. Roxanne is there, so that's pretty important. We can also use Artisan. They cannot get us Greninja, however. But it can get me Snorlax, perhaps. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the Cram here. Thins. And if I don't attack with Greninja, then I'm definitely attacking with Cram in the active. Okay, so no Greninja play here for us. We'll go ahead and keep these cards, which are pretty fair. I can still chance into the Greninja, but it's looking less and less likely, certainly. Let's keep the Rash Gate. And, I mean, if I escape rope... Like, if this finds me Nest Ball and then I find a water, I can pull it off. That would be cool. Actually, no. I cannot pull this off anymore. I need too many cards. But I'll try and set it up next turn, I guess. Oh, wait, yeah. I need water and Greninja and a way to switch. Alright. So we'll keep the switch card again. And then I'm pretty sure that's gonna be it, right? Bench the other Cramorant. We will go switch card. Actually, you know what? A Sableye pressure. If my opponent doesn't immediately evolve next turn, Sableye just knocks both of those out. Speaking of, I think I'm gonna need Mirage Gates quite a bit in this match. I feel like I'm only gonna use Sableye once, and that Sableye there could give my opponent a false sense of security in a way. So weird choices for sure, but it is what it is. I was trying to be symmetrical here, but it's impossible. All right. Alrighty. Well, raw rare candy. There's definitely what we wanted to prevent. But what can you do? Artisan establishing another Magnemite or just checking the deck? No, a Bidoof. Okay, well, I mean, there's two prizes of Sableye, which is pretty nice. That sort of evens out the two prizes that the Dialga will possibly have. And as long as I focus on single prizers, should be okay for the most part until it's time to use Dragonite. Avery, I'm fine losing a Comfey. No big deal. Hasn't used Magnuson yet. There's the Ultra Ball. What does Magnuson even do? Like, I know what it does, but I'm just like 6 cards, any number of metal. Alright, so how many metal is my opponent playing? There's 3 in the discard already. There's the Giga Magnet. They found at least 1. Ooh, into the active. Alright. Yeah, I was gonna say, are they just gonna load up the active? That would be so nuts. Okay. Well, 2 cards in my opponent's hand. This is Dragonite time, right? This has got to be Dragonite, because then I KO this, has the most energies, makes this less threatening. That's beautiful. That is absolutely a beautiful card to see off the top. But even better is actually the Snorlax. Never mind. I don't need to use Dragonite. Even better is the Snorlax. Alright, so I am missing an energy, right? Which I should be able to find between Colress. And there's a beautiful Jet energy. That would be the 3rd energy, but I think that's fine. Jet energy definitely has value right here. So now we go Mirage Gate, power up. I first see myself using Sableye next turn, quite possibly. So we'll do this. And you know what? Speaking of Sableye, well, maybe I shouldn't be showing the Sableye, but it is what it is. Alright, Flower Select. Most certainly the Psychic. Then we will go ahead and Jet Energy, do the silly animation. So unnecessary and so slow. It should just be like, right? Okay, and then Thumping Snore for the knockout. All good. Best case scenario, I would have a boss KO play on this. Haven't seen a boss's orders though. Even though I played two, so we'll see. You know? We shall see. All right, energy recycler to maximize the chances of Magnezone working out here. Can they evolve? That's 2 cards left in their deck. Can they attach before using the ability? I guess it doesn't matter too much. Their priority is, of course, to take a knockout, right? Which they can if they power up to Temporal Rapture. They need to find 2, which is very likely to happen. But if that does happen, they'll be at 4. I'm already at 10 cards. And then in the Lost Zone, 11, in fact. And then Sableye just cleans up 2 prize cards, which is pretty cool. And 1, 2. Only 2. Okay. And Iono. Jeez. Iono. Please don't get rare candy, etc. No Psychic in my discard pile. Alright, they just take the KO. So either Dragonite or the Sableye play could be good. A problem is that my deck is quite... like a lot of the really good cards are at the bottom. However, that right hand certainly helps. To the point where I'm just gonna right hand first. Well, I'm gonna Urdussin, I guess. That helps me shuffle the deck. So there is 1 Psychic priced, which is perfectly okay. We're gonna go ahead and right hand onto the active. Go get the Psychic. And yeah, this means I don't KO the active, but that's alright. That's alright. I don't think there was a way to guarantee the KO. Oof, that one hurts. That one hurts a little. Alright. And then I'm just gonna pull that. Both of these could be useful to get them from Iono. And we're gonna Lost Mine. Nothing stops me from getting the KO right here. 3, 2, and 1 for 2 prizes. Alright. So best case scenario, I am able to find Dragonite and a water without playing the Colress. Very unlikely to happen. What's more likely to happen is my opponent just evolves here. Yep. And V-Stars. And then they'll be at 2 prizes, right? A V-Star KO. Promote Comfey. They KO that. And then I whack them with the Cramorant. Or actually probably try to whack them with Snorlax. But if I can't, then leave the Snorlax ready to go. How much does this do? 120, so not enough to threaten the Snorlax. Alright. Potentially powerful comeback with Iono for my opponent. Like, if they Iono this turn, then it's gonna get very ugly for me. Boss, yeah. Boss KO the Cram. I think that makes sense. I'm glad about that, because then no Iono. So then this turn, best case scenario would be attacking with Snorlax. But that's also very unrealistic, I think. 2 cards, 2 Iono down. How many do they play? Avery is pretty crazy that they're playing. Well, I guess it's not so crazy with the V-Star. Benching this also feels like a mistake. Well, I guess there's always this as a target, so maybe not so much. Alright, should have benched the Manaphy a while ago off of the Artisan, for sure. Watch me top deck Manaphy. No, okay. Alright, so we're gonna get the Manaphy. We are going to do this. Okay. Alright, so here goes nothing. First, we are going to Flower Select. Superrod and Raihan. Raihan doesn't get me anywhere. I mean, it's good for next turn, right? Well, is it? No, it's really not. All right, well, we are going to go Clara, grabbing Cram and you, and then grabbing 2 energies. Bench the Snorlax, bench the Cramorant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe there are 2 energies left in the deck, which doesn't necessarily help my case. It's getting dicey though, for sure. Alright, I'm just gonna put 2 energies back. Alright, we're gonna attach the lightning, retreat, and then we have everything we need to win this turn. To win this upcoming turn, I mean. Oh, it's not looking great though. Well, it depends on their 4-guard hand. Best case scenario, they just retreat, attack with Magnezone. Worst case, they go... Well, they can't go boss KO the Snorlax off of the Magnezone, so they'd have to use that Turbrizer. And if they go boss, then hopefully a Colress gets me to the Dragonite, right? There's a retreat. No Iono. No Iono. Alright. Oof, barely. I feel like I'm barely scraping by wins or losses, or I don't know. The games are getting quite close. Trying a little too awkwardly for our own good. Alright. So all we need to do is power up the active. Blessed Snorlax. If I'd got an IO node, we'll see. Yeah, if I'd got an IO node, I probably would have lost. And then we'll do 1 of each, and then we will do boss. And barely win the game. Just barely. Just barely. I wonder if I could have done it another way though. Like looking back into the game, maybe I could have done something different or better. Maybe attacking with Dragonite earlier at one point. I don't know. But yeah, Lost Box still as powerful as ever. However, that rhymes. However, Iono definitely hurts. Yeah, an Iono there, Iono retreat KO. That probably means I'm dead. Yeah, that probably means I'm dead. I did consider playing the Mirage Cage onto Snorlax. But then that just makes the boss play even better, right? And off of the boss, if they go... Well, I guess Actually, I probably should have done that now I think about it. Because if they went boss KO with any of their Vs, then that meant I just pull off the Dragonite, right? Or ideally, I pull off the Dragonite. So maybe I should have played the Mirage Gate, in fact. Well, but then I wouldn't have had energies to power up the Dragonite, so never mind. Yeah, never mind. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the content. Even though we're playing this client, which does not represent real life PTCG for the most part, I guess we can make do for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.